Hello everyone, this is Brian from Built from Bricks, and I'm here doing another Thursday live stream. This time we're talking Star Wars. So I figured I'd build a little bit while I waited for some people to show up, and it's obvious what I'm building. Even if you didn't see the instructions, just the colors of this gives it away. But I'm hoping some people come in here to chat, talk about Star Wars, the new movie, and I didn't watch the trailer because I heard there were spoilers in it. So I'm going to build this little thing while I'm waiting and see who shows up. I got C-3PO. So we're just talking Star Wars, and somebody just came into the stream. Hello, who's out there? And I'm doing Star Wars stuff today. You can see the Falcon over here. I'm not working on that in the live stream. I just did bag 8 and waiting on a little bit further before I continue on that. So we'll see who comes in and we'll talk Star Wars. Star Wars. So I love the color. This is a unique color, pretty much. Sure, there's probably some other sets with this, but it's this flesh kind of color, nougat I think they call it, and it's for this land speeder, obviously. Not sure what other sets are in. If somebody's out there knows what other sets this is used in, I'm sure I could look it up on Bricklink to see what sets contain this particular color. But I'll show some of the stuff I just picked up recently when some people join in and say hello and see who's interested in seeing it. Picked up the land speeder only because I like the original iconic land speeder, and that's what this one is. I think this is set 75173. And before it's impossible to find, figured I'd grab one. So don't be shy, whoever's joining. I just popped in here, and this should be a relatively quick build, but I'm also talking some other stuff, some haul stuff, and if not on here, I can do the haul as a separate video. Do it a little differently since Drew is not around. He just came back from California and the Thor Ragnarok live red carpet event he did. Sounds pretty cool. So let me just get this going here, and you can see just the start of the land speeder here. It's not a very big build, much quicker and simpler than the Millennium Falcon. And the Millennium Falcon, there's some pretty tricky stuff when you're building some of the bottom of it, because I'm trying to see where they want me to put it on the bottom without flipping the thing upside down. So I did for one of them, and then once I figured out what they were doing, I didn't need to do it anymore. So we're building along here, the fun land speeder. And welcome to whoever joined. Talking Star Wars, building a little Star Wars, not the Falcon. The Falcon is here. You can see the giant instruction book up here for the Falcon. But I'm doing a small land speeder right now. Something different. And there's been a million streams of the Falcon, and I'm going to film the last bag. I did film the first several bags live, and now I'm going to finish most of it off camera. It'll be easier, I can focus more. And then the last bag we'll do live. And I think some of these flesh-colored pieces, nougat pieces here, nougat or something like that. I know at the Lego headquarters, I saw lots of different colored pieces that we don't have access to, and one of them was, I believe they called it nougat. So we are looking for sticker number 5 here, and sticker number 5 is just some computer monitor thing. Sounds like some people are home in the house, and we'll see if anybody shows up here. Say one person watching. So say hello, don't be shy. I'd love to see if some people drop in. There's a few people that always seem to make it here. Although Thursdays is a interesting day. It's been towards the end of the week. It's Friday tomorrow, which everybody's excited for, I'm sure. I control this land speeder with my crooked control screen because I put it on crooked. But do you think that they build everything with the scrap heaps of metal that they had perfectly? Probably not. And there was lots of scrap heaps. Be one way of putting it. So here we go on to page 15, and there's more of the land speeder. And I couldn't have misplaced a piece already, could I? I steal from over there. That could be my piece from this one. Not sure. If I need any more of these, I think I have them somewhere. Or it's in a bag and I dropped it on the floor, or I'm good at doing that. So who's excited for the new Millennium Falcon? The new Millennium Falcon. What am I talking about? The new movie. And like I said earlier in the stream, I didn't watch the trailer because they said it gave some spoilers, and I just wanted to go into it fresh. But I did already buy tickets to the movie. I'm going on the Friday in the middle of like lunchtime, so I can see it early without a lot of the crowds. And Drew will be there with me as well. The theater around here lets me buy the tickets now, and even able to print out the tickets now, and you know where you're sitting. So that's the other part. You could show up whenever because you have reserved seats for the movie. I kind of like that when a lot of theaters are starting to do that, because that way I don't need to show up and try and wait in a giant line. I can just show up right before the movie starts and not have much stress about it. So, see, there's two people here. I am building the land speeder here. Pretty cool build. Simple build, quick build. But I hadn't had this one. I picked it up along with some other stuff. And if some people show up, I'll show off some of the other stuff. Otherwise, I'll do a haul about some of the Star Wars stuff. And we're just adding on to the land speeder here. Got an extra throttle. Now we're putting on one of these. So I was wondering how they put these poles for the land speeder, how they lock them in place, and that's one way of locking them in place. So we have two of those on now, and then we're going to cover it so they don't pop out. Some techniques are oops, and there they're popping out. Didn't say it was easy putting them in. It's that metal grill in the front of the land speeder. One goes in, just a lot of pressure on the thing, you can feel it wanting to pop back out. And then the second one needs to go in. Try and get them looking the same shape. There we go. And before they pop out, let's put the cover on. So, here we go, the top part of the land speeder, and those look good in there. Having those metal grills in the front of the land speeder. We're already on to bag 2. And like I said, this is a quick build, and I have some other stuff to chat about. See who shows up and talk. We got a little Luke over here, C-3PO. Put him in the driver's seat here. Hello, whoever joined. And I'm just building the Lego Land Speeder. Yeah, Obi-Wan, looking for him in his pants. And this bad guy, and there's a rat. A rat. A little rat running around here. Where's the hair piece for this guy? Should be somewhere here. Here's his face. And I'd like to hear your opinions on Star Wars. So come in. Why is there no hair for this guy? I see the other guy. It's Tusken Raider, I think he is. And he's here. And I don't see the hair for Obi-Wan. But I always do that and think I'm missing something. And I'm not. But in this case, I really don't see it. Build those other parts. This staff thing for the Tusken Raider. Is that like an Oakland Raider? Where's his hair? He's bald, apparently. Cast DK. Hello there. Somebody to talk to? I've been talking to myself for the past 6, 7, 11 minutes. No, 11 minutes. And building the land speeder here while we're talking Star Wars stuff. Are you a Star Wars fan? We have Tusken Raider. We have a C-3PO in there. I don't see the hair for... I do not see hair for him. He's bald. All the stress from Lucas, I guess he lost it all. But it really isn't here. Good evening from Germany. Hey! The Gates, dear. Just looking for to see if I dropped any pieces. I don't see any pieces missing. Why this guy's hair is missing? Quite a project you have on the table. Which one? This one here? This is quite a project. I'm through bag 8. I just finished bag 8 yesterday, and I'll probably work on a little bit of bag 9 today. And that's interesting that his hair isn't here. Out of all the pieces that could be missing? Yes, the Millennium Falcon is enormous. It's pretty tricky. There's some difficult or complicated parts to it, building that thing. But it's been a fun build, and it's taking quite a long time. I probably have 14 hours of building with it so far, and about halfway done. Something in 28 hours, maybe a little less. We shall see. Where are you in Germany? And I know it's midnight. It's really late there as well. So 6 hours ahead of us. I hear kids and dogs and everything running upstairs, running around like elephants up there. They're always so quiet when I'm trying to film. And I am just building more of the land speeder. It's almost done. I'm going to see if Lego does have the hair piece, because it really didn't come with this. That's interesting, out of all the pieces that could be missing. And a little stickers going on. Sticker number 4. Hello to whoever's watching. You can see on the side of me I do have the Falcon sitting there, waiting to be built. Not live streaming anything more of that until the last bag, just so I can do it easier. It's hard doing it on the live stream sometimes when I'm chatting and everything else, especially by myself. So just adding on to this. Can make this float higher off the table, make it look like it's floating in the sand. Adding a seat and a steering wheel to these now. There should be 2 steering wheels. So how can an unopened bag be missing 2 steering wheels? Just 1. Okay, there's just 1 steering wheel. I'm just crazy. Can't tell if it goes behind it or not. We'll put Luke in the driver's seat. Put the other seat in. I think there's a gap behind it. Maybe they can put their storage stuff behind it. Here's the front window. So that's going to protect it from the sand. Notice his head is above it. Wouldn't really do much good now, would it? To have that above the sand, have that above his, have the guy's face above the windshield. So I'm not going to stop much of that sand that's coming in. So just finishing this up, and then I have to find Obi's hair. Out of all the pieces that could be missing, and I usually don't find too many missing pieces. Figured I'd do this little quick build on the live stream. Time-lapse of this would be cool because it's small. But I don't have that camera to do that. So I'm going to build a couple of these thruster booster things here. There are 2 of these for the sides, and there's going to be 1 for the top, I know. So there's 1 of them. Now I'll do the other side. It's basically the same thing. Let's build 2 of these. Oh, I found, I said couldn't find his hair. I found his hair. It was inside of the booster rocket. So I was complaining, not complaining, but I was concerned that it wasn't there. And there it was, inside of the booster rocket. That's kind of funny. Well, now it's back. So I'm going to add these booster rockets to the sides. Fit in there nice. And finish up the land speeder. There's going to be a bunch of stickers coming up, which is the part I don't look forward to. But that's okay. The worst sticker so far of a set that I've done is the Lego Ninjago City, which I just finished the other day, and that had way too many stickers, over 50 stickers, and I don't like that many. That's way too many stickers. But I understand for the detail, and it would have been an awful lot of printed pieces if they had to do it that way, so the stickers is a more reasonable way and a more affordable way, because otherwise the price of that would probably would have skyrocketed even more than the $2.99 that it was. But still, there's a lot of stickers. So I am building the Falcon, as you can see on the table. I'm just not building it on this live stream. And there's C-3PO, probably in the way. Losing your seat, buddy. What did I just knock off there? Something. Knock something off. What did I knock off? Just the back piece that supports it, I guess. So basically, you're taking a break from building the Falcon. Just for the live stream, I'm taking that. So I'm not taking a break per se. Why does that keep falling off? I'm not taking a break. I'm just taking a break from the live stream. I just haven't had time to get down here to build a lot of it. That's all. So they have me put that on like that. But then this is in the way. This little bump piece is in the way of putting it over this. Unless I put that on the wrong spot. So let's double check. That goes there. Just can't sit here properly. Like that. These must be on wrong. That's why. Lining it up with the red piece and I'm doing it wrong. See? Simple thing and I'm messing it up. Yes, it's midnight over here. That was the delay. What part of Germany are you in? I have been there. My ex was from Berlin, so I was in Berlin several times. And it looks like it's time to put on a bunch of stickers. 3. Sticker number 3. Sure. How would you like... That's sticker number 3? Does not fit on that side. Oh, it goes like this somehow. Trying to figure out how these stickers go on. It's right to the edge, it looks like. And how far over, I don't know. Kind of looks like they put it down here. Just looking from that angle, how much of the tan part is shown. Just like that. And now, sticker number 1. I'm try and copy what they did for their stickers and see if I can. Not always the easiest. This one is kind of probably just centered on top. And then one more sticker is going to be on the other side. And after that, it's pretty much done. The Raider over there. I'll just try to get this one lined up properly. Because the other ones are nice. Try to get this one lined up nice now. So look at the way they lined it up, and I think that should do it. It's probably not crooked. I think it looks fine. I have Obi-Wan here. And that is all she wrote for that. I'm going to put C-3PO hanging on the front, hanging on the back somewhere maybe? Is there any place for him to hide? Usually they gave me an extra one of these. They gave an extra pole. It's an unusual piece to have extra of. But you get 2 in the front for that. It wouldn't have fit 3 unless I missed something, but don't think so. So that is the Land Speeder set number 45173. I want to get a cool picture of that. I mean, I wish I had a tan plate to put it on. I do have something that I might try. Just to get a nice look. Kind of a sandy, and this thing's cruising along. Nice shiny piece here. I'll take a picture of this for the Instagram. And again, I want to see if I can prop it up a little bit so it's more of a floating effect. And if I hide these towards the center, you won't see them. Let's see, will that work? No, because it's way too heavy in the back, so we're going to put the weight towards the back for these little stands. Alright, so that'll work, so there's one in the front, and I'll get the effect that I was looking for. There we go. So they are cruising on a Sunday afternoon. I get this pic. So on Instagram, I always wonder, it doesn't show me full screen on this picture, on this thing. So I always got to figure out how to get it full screen, so I can get the whole shot in there. Tricky, tricky, tricky. That's cool looking. I got the background. I don't want the background. I want it to be sand in the background, or maybe something else in the background. maybe we'll prop this up in the background. It's kind of like they're in the dunes. We're playing with a camera here and taking a picture of the land speeder for Instagram. If I can get the shot I want. That's kind of a cool shot. I'm going to try one more shot though. Discard that and try one more. See if we get that. So you got 3 people watching. I just built the land speeder. Just taking a quick picture of it. For Instagram. Just did that. Set number 75173, which is pretty cool. I got the junk all over the table. So it's quiet in here. Wasn't building the Falcon, so perhaps people weren't that excited. I am to have 3 people in here and talking Star Wars if anybody wants to join. The Last Jedi, or Force Awakens, or Rogue One, or the new Star Wars sets, or many different sets. So let me know what you want to talk about. Land speeder. Look at that. There's 7,900 posts for land speeder. Now I'll put this on display behind me. It may end up in the Lego City, which I will be doing a Lego City update shortly. What have I built today? Am I planning to do a diorama for the land speeder? Diorama would be cool. I'm not sure. I thought about doing a diorama maybe with Luke's house from Tatooine. I have seen some out there though, so I don't want to copy somebody's, but a diorama, this would be cool. For now it's probably going to go behind me on the shelf somewhere. There's all kinds of different Star Wars stuff. You got BB-8 up here and all kinds of stuff behind me. And I think it does look better propped up off the table. And I just put some clear pieces underneath to have it hovering, you know, giving that hovering effect. Because they have those small button pieces, the clear button pieces. And I can't, the camera's here, Brian. And those are good for pushing it around if you wanted it, but then slightly off the ground. But I think it hovers a little more than that. And this guy. My favorite little figures, evil figures, are the Jawas. I think everybody likes the Jawas. Probably one of my favorite figures. Oh, and we lost our lightsaber, so I'm making sure that we don't lose his lightsaber. Somebody can hold a lightsaber in case they get attacked. But cool little build here. Luke's house would be pretty classic. Yeah, I have to get some pictures of it and make my own without looking at somebody else's build, because then that would tempt me to copy somebody else, and I'd rather build it myself. But Tatooine, but having the house on a sandy ground, you know, maybe 4 of the tan base plates, the 32, what are they, 32 by 32s? 4 of those with the house, the land speeder, R2. Well, R2 wasn't really, was he at his house? So I'd have to look at some pictures and get an idea, but that would be a cool diorama. I'm trying to keep it stuff that's portable, so keeping it to the maximum of a full-size base plate of 48 by 48, and that way I can carry it easier. Or stack multiples of those together in a box, but my goal is to make a bunch of dioramas that are 1 base plate size. You can do a lot in that amount of pieces. And there's a lot of combinations with just, as Lego says, 6 pieces. There's over 900 million combinations with 6 Lego pieces. So a base plate shouldn't be a problem. So somebody get some good. I need to get some good shots of Tatooine and Luke's house, and that would possibly be the best. But I did get some other sets here, and I'm thinking I might do a Lego haul video instead for that, because I don't have a lot of people on here, and that'll give me some more footage and some more Star Wars stuff. It's older stuff here. There's some newer stuff, just different stuff that I hadn't picked up before. Exactly, keep it portable. Yeah, the super huge stuff it gets tricky. It's tricky to carry it to shows and everything, but just doing a little small thing, I can add a lot of cool detail with that. Although in the sand, there's not much, I guess just the levels of the sand. Yeah, exactly, Cass. 48 by 48 base plate, you can do quite a bit. And keep it portable. I was doing a zoo, which is on hold right now, and the zoo was going to be 9 full base plates, and it had 3 done. It was huge, and it's expensive, and so I put that on hold right now. But this would fit on this here would fit on a base plate pretty easily and get the effect. So I'll have to do some research and maybe do that. That actually, you got me thinking. I'm probably gonna do some more research on that and order pieces and see what I come up with. I may have a tan base plate, not sure. Got a lot of colors. I have a green one I could turn tan. I'm sure I have enough 2x4 tan plates to cover it, and then build it up from there to make it. It would be stronger that way, and build it up from there also to make it similar to what Tatooine is. You think we're gonna put 2 suns in the distance, but no. Which idea was that, Cass? The covering another plate just to make it sturdier? Because that would work. Something like, grab one of these. I got a lot of blue ones. So I could easily cover one of these, and you wouldn't know. Well, you'd see the edges, but it doesn't matter. But I could easily cover one of these base plates with tan plates and build it. Although this wouldn't be big enough as I'm seeing now, so I need the full-size base plates, and I have plenty of those as well. So I can see that this would not be big enough. If I grab a full-size one, I think I can steal one here. This size, just to use a plate and then use tan plate. Yeah. So I could use this and then cover it with tan plates. And this would be a good size. You can see I put him anyway, park him outside the house, have the house somewhere on here, and go with that. I think it'd be pretty cool. Yeah, so the 48 one would be best. Just if there was a micro scale of this, then that'd be different. But doing micro scale of this, I'm sure it's done. I'm sure someone's done it. Color is tricky though, getting that color. So. But you may have got me onto something, so we'll see. Excuse me. So, I'm thinking I'll stay on here a little longer, see if anybody's coming in. It's awfully quiet here tonight. Drew just got back from California, so he's not here. He said he might pop in the stream, but doesn't look like he's showing up. He's probably busy with the family. He was away for a while. Because sometimes you improve things, it's like use extra bricks. Don't think there was a Tatooine set though. I do that to some sets though. I do add my own stuff, and after I'll build it first most of the times, and then I'll add it as I'm going. Sometimes, but mostly I'll go back to it afterwards, pull stuff off, add stuff to it, and fix it that way. Pimp them up, as you said. Are you a Star Wars fan? Yep, you could do that as well. Actually, adding extra tiles is also another way. But I also like to make things more organic looking, so having more So for the sand, for instance, I just don't want flat. I just don't want a big flat surface of sand. I want to have it different heights so it looks more like dunes and everything on here, not just a flat surface of tan, because that makes it too easy. There is someone made a, I think it was from Force Awakens. They did a diorama of the crashed, the Star Destroyer, and that was pretty impressive. It crashed into the sand. The modulars is what I'm more into as well. I have a big city, and I have one custom thing I did in there, which is a cafe, and I'm going to be redoing the city. I did a quick video of it. It's in the recent videos that I posted of the city, and that is what I do mostly. But I do like a lot of the Star Wars stuff now too as well, so I'm doing a little of both, the Star Wars and the city stuff. That's pretty much where I focus. I get some of the Marvel comic stuff because I like the figures. I like all the minifigures, and I can put them in the city and make it funnier, that kind of stuff as well. And then this set was just too cool to pass up. I have a big, large coffee table with a glass top coffee table to put it in. So I'm with you for the most part. Is I like the modulars more than the Star Wars, but I do have fondness for the Star Wars, especially the iconic stuff. 2007, nice. I never had the original Corner Cafe or any of that stuff, so I started modulars in, probably 3 years ago. I don't know, 4 years ago. I wish I had the older stuff, but I didn't get any of that. So I have all the recent stuff: the Palace Cinema and the Parisian Restaurant and the Assembly Square, and what else is over there? I have to look now. So the Brick Bank, the shop, the pet, whatever you call the shop place. And what else is there? And then I've added, the detective office, the pet shop, that whole thing as well. The Ninjago City, which I guess you could call a modular. It's a lot bigger than all the other ones. It's really a lot bigger than all the other ones. So it kind of sticks out. Well, the newer ones are done more. They're done better. The interiors are done more. Although I always go back and forth about interiors of modulars. So if I'm playing with it, it's cool to have the interiors. I'm not playing with mine. It's on display more, and I'm not opening up and closing up the houses that much. So I always wonder if I should bother doing the interior sometimes. But it makes the set complete that way, so I do put all the interiors in. And then showing it off, you could take off a level and show people. And the older ones, I know, like Green Grocer, definitely very lacking on the interior. And they've come a long way with those, since those. Although the City Hall one, the firehouse looked awesome. The interior makes them shine. Yeah, it does. You have to know the interior is there, though. And like I just said, you don't always see the interior if it's in a big city layout. The fire brigade, yeah, I wish I had that one. I have the Ghostbusters headquarters, which is not really modular scale. I mean, I see people put it in their cities, but it's too big, I think, to put in the city, so I left it out. It's on display. Same as the Simpson house and the Simpson Quickie Mart. They're not the right scale, I thought, for a city. Again, I see people put them in the city, but I haven't put those in my city. I just think they were really cool and fun builds to do. I think more something like the Scooby-Doo mansion, you could probably work into a city in like a haunted area, possibly, make a back to the house, make a back to the mansion, and put that in the city. That'd be kind of cool. And then I'm always grabbing we have Toys R Us here, and each week in October they have Bricktober, and they have different purchases of it, different 4 minifigures exclusive to Toys R Us that you can only get at Toys R Us. Sometimes they let you buy for $20 the following week, and otherwise you have to get it with a $50 purchase. This one was Lego Batman stuff. You can hold up to the camera a little closer up there. You might be able to see it. Probably not. The light kills. Yes, you're true. That's like that when in real building too. In real put that here. Yeah, it's hard to see them on here, but these are the Bricktober ones. There was Ninjago ones last week, but the Batman ones are cooler. You got Batman dressed up in a bunny costume, and you have him in a kind of dollar bills all over this one. This one he's holding a staff. He's in some sort of wizard outfit almost. And then this one here is like a gladiator Batman. So those are only at Toys R Us only this week, and when they sell out of them. If there's some next week, you can buy them for $20 for the set, or $50. Or you buy a $50 set, $50 worth of Lego, and get this for free. Yeah, the week before. Then I saw this, which I hadn't seen, which is also another Batman. It's Batman in a pod. His little ball, and it's got Batman in a tiger tuxedo. That was $5. And I don't know what, I think they were a giveaway with something, but I grabbed that one because I hadn't seen that one before either. Pretty funny. That's about it. And like I said, I have a bunch of Lego Star Wars stuff that I picked up. You know, going with the Star Wars stuff only because the movie is coming out. Oh, I guess it's another 2 months away. Today's the 12th, so it's 2 months away. But I was sticking with that since I've been working on the Falcon right now, and it's been Star Wars a lot. But I need to go back to the city, and that's what my plan is to... Where did those bags go? So I have 2 bags sitting on a table of pieces. Let me look quickly. Changing the street up. And the pieces are missing. Where'd they go? I'll find them. But I'm changing the street to a dark gray and the sidewalks to a light gray. And I'm using 2x2 tiles. I don't want to use the actual road plates that Lego has because they make the streets really wide. I make mine skinnier. And if you look at the videos, you can see... what was I going to say? You can see how I have the layout done with the beach, the boardwalk area with the rocks. And yeah, I'm losing my train of thought, but that's, if anybody's out there, I see there's 3 people watching. Seems like they're just listening along, possibly. I use the roadways for my city, but tile up the walkways. Yep, I've seen that as well, but the roads themselves, I know that they fit cars on both ways, both sides that way, but they take up a lot of room. And the city's become enormous, and with limited space, didn't want to take up a ton of room, so I opted to make my own roads, brick-built roads, like in the Lego movie. If you look at the Lego movie, they use a lot of, if you pause it, I was pausing through the sections, and you can see how they just put, in some cases it's 6x6 tiles, in some cases it's just random pieces. They have some roads that are at an angle, and I was pausing the movie, and you can see that there's actually, they don't even line up right. You'll have like tiles, going here, and there's an angle coming off of here, and they'll have a couple tiles and then just some blank spaces because they couldn't figure out, there was no piece that would fit in there. Although the pie shaped pieces, the little pizza, small, I'm going to call them quarter circle tiles, that would help a little bit more to fill in some of those spaces. But still, you don't get that true angle because there's no angle pieces. There are that one new piece, which is it's like a 2x2 tile with a point on the top. They came in Nexo Nights. They just came in something like, they're in the Ninjago City somewhere as well. You understand what I mean yet? I'm glad you do. Where'd those bags go? So I had 2 bags sitting here. Pardon me. It's just 2x2 tiles, but now I'm just curious where they went. Because they were sitting here for a while, and now they're not on my table. So I must have moved them for me building. Probably, who knows where. So here's a road plate. So you get all this space taken up. And it's just a big chunk. You got 6. So I tend to make mine, I had done 11 and 13 studs wide for my roads. And obviously an odd number so I can put something like this in the center. So this is their road. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 was here, and then the thing down the middle. So skinnier, you know, if a big truck's coming down, they take up the whole road. And you know the Leo people, they're not, you know, very coordinated with everything all the time either, so I thought that was fitting. I don't know where these pieces go. These are rims or something. Rims for something. So I don't use these, but I'm using this color now. So I had black roads. Everything in the city had black roads, but I wanted to switch more to this color because it made more sense to have this color and then the sidewalk being this color. I had it kind of reversed. I had this color on the sidewalks, the dark color, and then this was, not that this wasn't being used at all, maybe for some curving, but I want to change that up, so. And as soon as I get off of here, I gotta look for those bags now because now it's driving me nuts. There's 1,000 2x2 tiles somewhere in here. But probably gonna head off of here and do some other filming, non-live stream filming. But I enjoyed the chat. And now it's almost 1 in the morning in Germany. Some people who regularly join in the live stream probably gonna be wondering where I went. But 46 minutes is a lot of time. Way more than enough time to build this. And I will put this in a square somewhere. I have to check your other videos. Yeah, take a look at, there's 17 or so videos, and then I just did a quick mention of a city update like 2 videos ago where I talk about plans for it's a quick update, but some quick ideas I have for the city and rearranging the roads, trying to make it not everything so straight in a line where everything's just like, okay, here's the main road and everything falls in line perfectly behind it in rows. You know, cities aren't always like that. They're square, there's buildings facing other directions. And I have a little bit of that now, but I want to change up a bit. So, yeah, check it out, comment on it so I know you saw it, and let me know what you think. Let some more people in Germany know about it too. I don't know if you said it or not, but where in Germany are you? Did you mention it? No. And I'm assuming you understood all my English. Yeah, I have some friends in close to Cologne, or Köln, right? You pronounce it Köln. Yeah, I've only been to Berlin, Blasien, and Rostock, up on the North Sea there. Mostly Berlin, though. And the clubs and just, yeah, Köln. Yeah. I know most people don't understand that they don't say Cologne, it's pronounced Köln, but that's okay. It doesn't, you know, if you don't speak German, you wouldn't know that. So, I'm kind of semi-fluent, I'd say. Probably like level of a second grader. You know, it's the technical words that I would have all that kind I'd have trouble with. But yes, it is nice. It's a lot different than any other city I've been to. It's a lot different than Boston. It's crowded just like Boston, but there's pubs and shops and stuff everywhere and lots of people living in the city. And yeah, it's just something different. Going outside the city and on the Autobahn and seeing the other country, the country stuff was nice too. So, and I may make it back there next year, possibly next year or the year after. My friend lives on the line, like an hour or so from Amsterdam. I forget what city he lives in, but Detroit a couple of times for business. What do you do for business? What do you do for work? I can't think of anything good in Detroit, but unless you're building cars or what else is in Detroit? I know up in that area, I can't think of what else is done up there. Maybe a lot of car companies and. Oh, there you go, cars. Like I said, that's the only thing I know, like business-wise, for Detroit would be car related. So, guess I was right. That's pretty cool. I don't really travel for business besides in my state, and I'm in Rhode Island and then Massachusetts and sometimes Connecticut is where I travel around, but it's just all connected stuff. Nothing. I don't fly anywhere for business because I just do IT stuff. So, but very cool. Well, thanks for chatting. Anyway, I'm gonna do my little sign off here, and what else to do in Detroit? Battle Creek, Michigan. I think they make cereal in Detroit as well. Some of the cereal companies I think are not in Michigan anyway. I think, but there's nothing else there. So, and some baseball team. I don't think they do very well though. I am a Red Sox fan, but I'm gonna get off of here. And awesome time chatting. I film every Thursday, and maybe I'll catch you on another stream sometime. I know it's late for you guys, but I do have a couple people that tune in from Germany. There's a friend of mine's daughter. She came here to see the studio in person with her dad, and she's excited. And we did a little film, so that's actually in my videos as well. And it was nice talking to you as well. And I will hopefully see you around in the stream, on the channel, comments, whatever. But thanks for tuning in. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Built From Bricks, and stay tuned each week for more fun episodes. What have you built today?